Hello, everybody. It is me, Jeremy Senpai, and I'm coming to you with yet another anime review. This is kind of a bit of a. Sorry, this one is a bit more of a casual review, and like with any spoilers ahead or minor spoilers ahead, today we're going to be talking about Good Luck Girl, or Bimbo Gami Ga, as it's called in Japan, and there's probably a good chance I butchered that. Feel free to tell me down below if I did or not. But anyway, let's move along to the review. Anyway, Good Luck Girl follows Ichiko Sakura, who is a high school girl, and she is overall perfect. She's rich, she's beautiful, athletic, has good grades, and she's popular. At the very least, she's popular with boys. Yeah, the girls kind of hate her guts. You know, your typical high school queen type. And and the thing is, she is fully aware of this. She knows that her female classmates hate her guts, and she even says outright that's literally her driving force. That's her reason why she excels so much, almost like she feeds off of it. Well, little did she know just how right she actually is. Then enters Momiji, who is a literal poverty god, meaning that it's actually her job to oversee the good fortunes of her people and make sure that it's well distributed. You see, Momiji literally tells Ichiko that her good fortune is actually draining the happiness from people around her. Sorry about that, a notification on my desktop. Anyway, Momiji is telling Ichiko that she's actually taking away the happiness energy from the people around her. So there is a little bit of truth to that. Ichiko is so well off, she's so fortunate, she's so blessed that she's actually taking away from other people. Meaning other people are suffering and getting into misfortune, and she unknowingly is contributing to that. At first, of course, Ichiko doesn't believe it. She even says outright, "Why should I give up my happiness energy so everyone else can be happy? That's not fair." However, when we get to Ichiko's home life, we learn the fact that both of her parents are away for business. They most likely have high profile, well paying jobs, which is why Ichiko is so well off, the reason why she's so rich and privileged. And she's actually been left in the care of her butler, Suino. And we even see the fact that Suino has been taking care of Ichiko ever since she was very, very young, like grade school age. It's just been the two of them for a long, long time. And after Momiji fails yet again to get the happiness energy out of Ichiko, Ichiko literally goes off saying how much she hates the poverty god, how she hates Momiji, and there's even this little scene where her butler coughs a bit. And even though it doesn't amount to much later, the next day, ironically on Ichiko's birthday, we learn that while she was at school, her butler actually collapses due to exhaustion. Keep in mind, all of this is literally episode 1, so it's not that much of a spoiler. It kind of is, but kind of isn't at the same time. Anyway, she is so sure that it was Momiji that did it. She is so sure that it was the poverty god who did this. Anyway, we skip ahead to Ichiko in her big lavish apartment all alone. She's eating her birthday cake all by herself. And and she's kind of berating her butler while he's in the hospital, saying how it's too sweet and it's so big. But I also think that's kind of how she deals with stress just a bit, that she kind of lays into people just a tad. Anyway, then we have Momiji who comes in. She says how the cake is too sweet, And Ichiko goes off on Momiji saying how it was all her fault. But no, Momiji says that it is Ichiko's own fault. She warned her that she'd be draining happiness energy from other people, especially the people that she's closest to. Basically, the entire time that Ichiko and her butler have lived together, she's been draining him of happiness energy until there's little to none left for him. And then Momiji actually says this line that I still quote today. She looks at Ichiko and the giant birthday cake that she's eating. She tells her that happiness is really something that you should share with other people. She tells her, does it really matter how big and wonderful this birthday cake is if you're the only one enjoying it? And that line really cuts deep with me. That line, that's probably the line I quote the most from this series, because it is such a wonderfully emphatic line. I mean, happiness isn't something meant to be saved for yourself. It's kind of meant to be shared with the people around you, whether those people are family, friends, or even just the strangers that you encounter in your daily life. Happiness isn't something that you should just take and keep for yourself. It is something meant to be shared with other people. And like Momiji even says, does it really matter how big and wonderful the birthday cake is if you're the only one eating and enjoying it? And anyway, I'm not going to go into too much spoilers. That was just kind of a lot of the highlights I wanted to get into. And of course, as we move further along, we're introduced to other characters. A priest who actually helps Ichiko fight against Momiji. We see that Ichiko even gains a couple of best friends for the very first time. Not just people who like being around, not just people that kind of want to use her being around her. No, we actually see that she has genuine friends who enjoy being around her, enjoy her company. And the one major thing that everybody takes away from the show are all the crazy references that it has. I mean, this show references everything. I know that other shows like Bobobo and Gintama do that, but this show really does it to another level. I mean, they reference Naruto, Lupin the Third, One Piece, Rosario Vampire, Doraemon, DBZ, etc. And I dare you not to laugh. And you know what? Extra points to anybody who can watch the series in its entirety and tell me all of the anime references. Okay, go ahead and tell us down below. I just want to know if I missed any. Anyway, good luck, girl. It's an okay series. It's a good series. But the anime, I know that the manga was ongoing for a couple more years after the season 1 ended, and I read a little bit of the manga, not a crazy amount like I have with One Piece and My Hero Academia, but my only real complaint regarding Good Luck Girl is that we never got a season 2. We never got a follow-up. And I think that this series definitely could have done well if we got a season 2 or even a season 3. I just really do feel like that this series is a bit underrated, and a good part of that is because, well, we only got one season. We only got like 13 episodes. And I definitely feel that this show would have elevated a lot more. It would have been much more well received if the series was done in its entirety. But you know what? I'm also hopeful. I mean, The Devil's a part-timer, got a season 2 after like a decade. Matsumune's Revenge got a season 2 after a few years. So you know what? I am hopeful. I am hopeful for this. So, good luck, girl. It's a good series, not a great series. And I think a good part of that is because the anime never followed through. But overall, if you're looking for something with a touch of emotion, a touch of parody, or just a simple good laugh, a good a good brainless series for you to watch, then I would definitely recommend that you give it a watch. Good luck, girl. Alright, everybody. I hope that you liked this little anime review. This is Jeremy Senpai signing off. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time.